outcomes and the consequences of the breach of trust ekibi ekisikire nga betukyeta mu Bukatoliki ekibi ekisikire ekyokukyusa isemateeka mu ngeri ey'ekifere, it will haunt us for a long time. It will. You see, when you think logically, I don't just think, I know. And I can confirm to you where we are headed, and I'll confirm to you where we will end. Because this is logic. This is a pattern. Economics look at other things remaining constant. Ceteris paribus. But in a dynamic society, there are permutations. There are engeri yopima scenario building, scenario A, scenario B, scenario C, the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. Now, in all this, we have not factored in age. Emyaka. So tulitambula tutya nga ebyobufuzi mu Uganda.
So as Chairman is now the, you know, you are now a consultant on election losses. You have lost elections more than countable times. But you have remained in one position. Are you just too rigid, too principled? Imagine a consultant of your level would be in government, contributing, making significant contributions. There are people you had, for example, I'll give you examples of the Speaker of Parliament, who was with you and realized later that you are not moving. She crossed to NRM and today she's a great value to the nation. Why are we letting Salaamu Musumba rot away? Or why are you letting yourself rot away?
Just to let you know that I'm happy doing what I'm doing.
Really?
I am happy. Because I am not in a prison. I am happy doing what I'm doing, and I'm also building this nation.
You're happy nursing loss after loss, election loss after election loss?
If you want to know, the most popular person in the community is me. That is why you are wondering, why is it that loss after loss, I am still a viable politician. No, I'm a viable politician because I'm trusted, I am believed, and I am loved. Let's take a walk with you anywhere in this country, anywhere. This weekend as I drove to Kamuli through Kayunga, I parked near a petrol station. I was speaking to some people. Now little maminga akobati, oh you see Salaamu FDC nakanti damu ira mkuba no idaba orale lalete ni tear gas. Anywhere I go, even when I walk on the street, by the koba lero ngati tukubona
Salam,
that does not
bring food on your table.
It does.
Somebody whisper and say, well, you see Salaamu Musumba for DC.
How much do I eat? Ndiachi. Nkukobi gano nti ndetera chai azira musukali.
Ngokubi bampe kakawa akazira musukali.
So how much money do I need to take that?
Is that how you look at our politics?
I live life simply, me. And that is my campaign. Live life simply, because life is to be lived. And simply, ayobala kubanze yebansomekeza mu Bakatoliki ewa Mother Kevina enamagunga bantendeka to live life simply. Tietwika migugu ja social expectation. Emigugu ja social expectations legisinze kuletera abakulembeze ebizibu. Emigugu ejo negisinze kuletera Uganda bizibu, social expectation. I looked around the world and I said, what kind of leader do I want to be? And I said to myself, I want to be a servant leader by choice. Nze gwoli a servant leader. Nze gwobona nsobola okweraga.
Jesus Christ.
I want to be a servant leader. I have looked at the countries like Sweden, like Netherlands, those countries, the Nordic countries. And I think I want to be that kind of leader because life is lived to the full. Obana Meiko of Germany, Angela, she got a standing ovation for a whole 5 minutes, 10 minutes from the nation to say thank you. The whole nation stood at midday for over 5 minutes to thank her. That is all they could give her. They thanked her, and she walked with her husband to their apartment.
After a good time of service.
Listen, after serving a nation, what do you carry in your coffin? You thieves. What do you carry in your coffin? You only carry disadvantage. You have taken away resources from the people who you should have shared it with. Okay? You have made life impossible for particular communities so that you may have a mansion.
Yes.
In that mansion, you are only able to use what you are equal to. When you go to your bedroom, you don't put your legs in the four corners of the house. Okay?
Some few centimeters on your bed.
On your bed, however big it is, once you work this one out and see things the way I see them, you are only equal to yourself. Nimubuliri.
Tomalaku. Whether you kumazongo 6x6.
Woli wo sugani wo yaga. So, obukulembeze butuwaira amalala mangi kyova ombuuza n'ekibuuzo oti obaawo otya ndiwo kuba naliwo nga bino bikaali kwida ndakubaawo nga biriwo era ndakubaawo nga biweirewo because ebintu ebisinga bungi like I would want to have a train. I don't want to drive a car every day. Nandi esimye ino okuba ni nga nina train yantuuse Kamuli yantuuse Idinda nayaga naawe emotoka yantuusa Yenja.
Oh.
That's what I want. So that mba mu train naasoma oba naalambala oba naalowooza.
Not the stress of driving yourself.
But every weekend I must drive. And all of us must drive. Obusirwa obutuli, obusirwa obutudaza. We have never worked out the cost of spares, the way we are building an economy in Japan, and taking away from ourselves. Kubanza okutambula okujja ekisozi okujeka ematu ndi novuga niba nange bavuga twena tuli kujja ku kyalo kitya
kirala
amafuta ago bwoga gayita goona getukozesa nga bwe tuba tuyikiriza gayina nti tutambuze train buli omu atuuke oba nze ngema kagaali kweyongerayo oba ngema boda. The important thing, the concept of it is transport. Getting to where I want to go.
From one place to another.
Nze mbona abantu abalina ebyuma emmotoka then ediriba mudada mutya mpenkoni.
Mpenkoni, yes.
Aye nga mpenkoni esinga agityaimemu ebeeyi. Mpenkoni esinga mwene yebeeyi kuba aligivugira mu nfuufu mpenkoni mwetali kutambula mwe bataagikolera atambula. Software computer yayo jovola oyagana the motoka Land Rover Vogue system yes babwesibe ngampyaka system yes babwesibe kuba enfuufu ekoze eki
ajingiremu
aya abali kwiba esente da UNRA abali kwiba esente da ministries abali kwiba esente edaba Uganda kairi n'abasiru balala n'abali kwenda okuvuga emotoka enungi ku nguudo de batakoze. What kind of stupidity is this?
Salam, when did you last talk to Mr. Museveni as the president of Uganda? He's the head of state.
I last
Perhaps
talked
you would
to
share
him.
these wonderful ideas with him. So.
Oh yes, I would happily. I would happily. Happily so. And I would. Like I have been. nze kuviira ddala mu parliament mu 6th parliament nendoirayo mu Hansard ife twakoba Uganda nti privatization liberalization tejja kukola kukuuma Uganda n'abana Uganda nabyaife by'abana Uganda.
Kiki etakoze? You see the growth in production?
Where?
The private management, we are producing more.
You're producing what? Or you are importing what? Tell me what you're producing.
You don't see. We no longer line up for sugar. We are no longer lining up for soap. We are not lining up for...
You're talking about the basic needs.
Life revolves around them.
Listen to me. Maslow. Omukugu gwe beta Maslow. Yali me German. Yasoma ebyetaago by'abantu. The basic needs of a human being.
Yes.
Food, shelter, what? Emyaka 3 aga President Museveni. Nguli eyo yona twavayo nguli tokampaira na sabuni. Mbe. Eyo twavayo banange. Okali kube ya sabuni.
Salama. Because there was a time
that you had the money,
but you could not get soap.
That is finished. It was done. That is why NRM became the leader. They took power over resolving that matter.
And they sorted.
Omuntu bakuwa myaka 5 okubanga ekyo kitoire mu idiro kaili twaira ku equilibrium eyindi twakana nti ekyo kiwoire phase eyo rehabilitation tugimaze buti tuli ku stage ki take off. Have we taken off? Sabuni akolebwa mu Uganda bw'omu comparing ni sabuni akolebwa mu America akolebwa mu Europe na akolebwa obwekenya gano ekyaife kintu bachetachi just a piece of a thing without soap in it. UNBS ekali kumana nti sabuni ono has no soap content of the minimum standard. Iwo mweta sabuni muyanga.
That's what I thought.
No, sir. Sir, no.
So the ingredients of soap
the ingredients of soap, the soapiness in it.
Is it a bar of wax then?
Yes, it is largely. It is without soap. Chovobo na abantu bakodesa sabuni mungi ino. Anga nibe bakola tibitukula. Nibe boza tibitukula. Tibitumbula. I want you to compare the soap that you'll get from just a basic supermarket, Lidl, whatever. Comparing nze bwembireta kuno yentambulira yona. Abantu bakobati kairinga sabuni ono wundi. Ayinza okuba nga olese sample ya kunaza bintu. Abakaba mukutola kubagati ono tujamu nabisa.
Oli kubaba TV program Gangamuka, the hot cup at 8 is Salaamu Musumba, vice chairperson or FDC mu Eastern region, not vice president. Salaamu Musumba ichana chiwa vice president chawaku.
Echo nachikolere bisanda.
Era constitution ya FDC ngatemga na kwesiba kwa vice president wa FDC na vice chairperson formerly as vice chairperson to somebody called Joyce Nabosa Sebugwao. That's where you're supposed to be. Where is she?
I don't want to talk about.
Let's have a break. We'll be right back shortly after this break.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulaire buyogera nyaffe Uganda ku Radio Africa tolemwa kumwenya oluwaka mwenyu akajjudde abanywanyi embeera y'obudde yatukolako mukwano n'obutondo obutubeezaawo ne butusobozesa buli omu okubeerawo mu ngeri kuba ffenna tuli banjawulo ne mu ngeri gye tukwasaganyamu emirimu gyaffe naye ekitugatta ne tufuuka omuntu omu bwe bwomye buva mu kyokunywa ekyaleeruya jinga te drink n'aleeruya tamarin drink eddekende erikumala ennyonta ate nga wejjanjaba omubiri gwo. Ekyokunywa kino kye kitegeera emibiri gyaffe kuba kya butonde 10 ku 10. Woomerwa ekyokunywa kirimu omubisi gw'enkooge. Alleluia Tamarind Drink ne Alleluia Ginger Tea Drink bikolebwa ba Alleluia Reflexology Healthy Solution and Nutritional Research Center Limited. Weefunira ekyokunywa kya Alleluia leero okuva ku maduuka wonna. Bakubire ku noti 393 24 15 66.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire. Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Alright, kale, tukomye obutereevu ku Baba TV, program ganga muka. The Hot Cup at 8, Neproscopia, Salaamu Musumba, Vice Chairperson wa FDC okuva mu Eastern Uganda. Musumba, kandobe kukwetoloza, tujje ku kino kyolwanira emyaka gyonna gyonna. FDC yose tukanayo nga tetambula.
Oyogeire bubi.
Yogeire bubi ntereza.
FDC
yafugaku
yensuubula yenenda yenkolerera yensaba Abannayuganda okwetanira n'okulonda n'ekibiina eky'obyobufuzi mu nkola eya ebibiina ebyobufuzi ebingi eri robust, eri competent, aid Uganda yeyabulira yamana naki kyetwetaaga okukola okukizaawo Uganda twena tugyeyagaliremu. Ni Forum for Democratic Change neno olijiba
Shafik tugazize
neno
the Forum for Democratic Change
ate bwenjanga nonga mwena muli mu blue namana nti ensonga mugitegeera.
The third strategic plan.
Yes.
What is in it?
Okukola strategic plan musooka mwetegereza ensi n'ebigirimu n'entambula y'ebyobukulembeze bweri n'abantu bwe bali kuba people are not static.
True.
Abantu bakyukakyuka.
Only Salaamu Musumba has been static in FDC for so long.
Yes, I am. Because even bw'olingirira abantu Katonda mwena abatunda nga frame ndala, the basic structure, 2 eyes, 2 legs, aye ebiri mutwe bifaanana ebyawuka nange emitwe gyagayaga n'egindi miba obundi butono. So the software in the head then otalinga ku gwange nkobera abantu nti otalingirira kiri ku mutwe lingirira kiri mu mutwe ogwange kuziraye lingirira ekiri mu mutwe te ekiri ku mutwe. So, what is the software of Forum for Democratic Change?
Yes, ekirimu.
What leadership, what kind of leadership do we want to provide to this nation? Tuli kwenda obukulembeze, one, obunyweza family. Nga n'ensibuko ya development, ni stability, ni life. The family as a unit. policies daife doona detukola diringirire mu kwemerezaawo famire nga nsanufu, efamire nga yeyagala era nga famire yesimisa. It's the family. Ekira ku buli program yaife tugiringirira nga whatever we do, we are a party of low taxes.
Low taxes. You are saying that if you came to power, you would charge low taxes.
Low taxes.
How then will you develop the
VAT
country?
will be lower than it is now. Half of what it is. Because we believe that low taxes encourage production. They help business. Businesses in Uganda. Defeated
Taxes.
Yes. If you emotoka bobanga ya mutwalo mulala okugituusa wano osasula omusolo mutwalo mulala
100%.
It's almost 100%.
So jigula mutwalo mulala kuluya wachasula mutwalo mulala gw'omusolo yawera ku mitwalo ebiri. Meaning if the tax was
if it was 10%, you would get new cars, not used cars. You would yes.
Wa saving
nguli tugula motoka mpya kabyuma biyaka nguli tu ni spares titufuna wabichupuli, you know. Everybody would drive a new car, not a used car, to turn our country into a dump. Oluvugaku na mileage emitwalo 5 nga kati eyo mugereze bale twandibayide
naye emitwalo 5 gwa mukisa kuba yenasooka okugula yatuuka ku mitwalo 10 of mileage
ate ng'okoze ino
nguze empyaka
nebula mojiba ku logolo
oli onkoko n'omwana we isuuke at 110,000 kilometers.
Olibona buti nga ku mobile money, emisolo giri ku mobile money, emisolo giri ku yaka, emisolo leave the transaction costs, aye emisolo jene kyabanga ekigendererwa muna Uganda to have disposable income to use to save.
Is that not the reason we have some money now to finance our road infrastructure and other infrastructure developments?
No.
That we charge
that
those taxes
is why we are borrowing,
to improve our services.
That is why we are borrowing. We are borrowing. Tuwamanenga babisisa nironi eyokusasula emisala. So we are borrowing because our economy is stunted. Ekwaime. Ekonzibye. Tawulira. Economy is not performing.
The express highway that we have a great road infrastructure, but even Busoga is getting a new eastern highway, a new expressway.
For how many? A $1 billion project. How many lanes is it? The expressway between Jinja and Kampala. Everybody could drawing board for the last 20 years.
Are you sure?
I swear. Eriyo nibonayirira ku noni na ngandibona gwenti aimena yali keberambo ali kuleta ku bidding expressway nakoba nti oba mulabule nga ali kweka nakanti kamuleke baje bamuli expressway $1 billion jawa nefika Kenya. Obone engudo debazimbye debete engudo.
Salaamu.
Ate iwo webula mojo okuloza.
Let's talk economics here, because you are well educated. What will be the balance between charging low taxes and then developing the country?
This is what would happen. This would be a stimulus. Yebeta stimulating an economy, catalyzing an economy. With low capital, you can still do business because you have low taxes. Low taxes stimulate production because your overheads are smaller.
Where else has that worked?
It works elsewhere in the world. That's why the contest in the UK between the Conservatives and Labour in the US between the Democrats and Republicans, it's about taxes.
Yes.
It's about the way you want to provide services.
Yeah, because the state already has basic infrastructure. The country has basic infrastructure. For us, we don't have hospitals. In Namwenda, you have a health center, 2 health center, 3 health center, 4. You need a road to Namwenda. You have just got an HDA. Now, going to come, you don't drive through Jinja, you drive through Kayunga, you get on a ferry. Very nice road to your own Kamuli. If we are charging low taxes, do we have that?
Yes.
How?
Because half our money, it leaks into corruption. If you plugged the roots of corruption and the cost of this infrastructure you're talking about,
yes,
the kilometer of road in Uganda is the highest in the world.
True.
And yet, even the quality is not the highest in the world.
True.
If you knew what you are doing, you would bring back, you would make a saving on those leakages.
Who is corrupt?
The entire system.
Is it
NRM? From bidding to execution to borrowing, the Chinese are corrupt. The entire system.
So is it NRM that is corrupt or the individuals?
Both.
Salaamu?
Because you must have a check as a system.
Individuals.
No, it's both. Corruption in this country has been used as a tool of domination. It is not innocent. Era yeko oligeza okwiba igenda oligeza iwe baida kusiba. Ayeri we batasiba. To create a middle class, a pseudo middle class.
You know, I insist on individuals that if Muyangata is corrupt, for example,
under system
under NRM, you will still have Muyangata in FDC with his values of corruption, because he does not fear that.
You see, that is the mistake you make. Because government, Tikatale, government... Can government change my morals? The government puts into systems to contain your immorality. It is flagged on the computer. This is not acceptable. At any moment, internet, you can check on the cost of a road. You can check on the Thika highway, the Dodoma highway. All these are near you. You can even go where Skanska comes from, where it does the work. What is the average they use?
Who should be doing that due diligence?
Government, the thing they call government.
Who are you calling government in
government
this case?
Is the people we have given the executive authority to do the due diligence, to bring the best practices. That is why I want to run a government, because I understand what I should be doing. Forum for Democratic Change. They are not gamblers. Would
you blame Museveni or NRM for that? Because the MPs on the committee could yours.
Executive nani.
Alright on Museveni.
Era ni
cabinet.
Era nali n'obuvunanyizibwa obwo. Oba MPs bajja, oba bayira, omulimo gwabwe gwa oversight.
I don't want you to speak as if when you come tomorrow, ojja kuzaala babo. When ojja kuzaala abatukuvu beere n'abajja okulwanira government. The same people abali mu government today are the ones who work in your FDC government. If it came tomorrow, the other.
I'll tell you, when I was chairman of the district, I went to benchmark Sweden. And I met the IGG then and the Auditor General. Bakobati ife twali tuwaire Uganda assistance twide tutewo system your system eri integrated AIT esobola to build it so that you can catch the corrupt. You can even audit and plug the crane
of Sweden
and Auditor General of Sweden. Kubanga feedback Auditor General is supposed to help government to improve. Either bakukobeire ati sente da COVID the balia bad the diabati. But that is how it was designed to be eaten.
But that Auditor General you're talking about is a work of government. Government.
Yes.
The fact that government allows him to expose that rot is good enough.
Byendi kwogera byona entegera ya government ya Kiramogi.
Sure.
Ti ya Kizungu ya Kiramogi ate yakobere infallible. Checks and balances. Checks and balances.
If the Auditor General tells you what's happening and he goes to Parliament to say, Parliament, this is what we have found.
Auditor General, first of all, should not wait at the end to audit. There are interim audits. There are auditors in every department of government who have been co-opted into the syndicated crime.
Is that what the law tells him to do?
No.
Edits at the beginning.
No, but because they are not checked. Because they are not checked. That's why in religion, they call them the 10 Commandments. They are standard practices. When you fail, you know you have failed the standard.
Yes.
This is exactly how government should be.
And you don't need to be told.
You don't need to be told, you know. But you are always checked. You are always checked. So in government, what should be happening and what we know a government should do, if you are a competent, viable, competitive government, working for the people, you claim true. Systems in place. Wamano timpereza akawumbike sente kuchalo ekyematumu. Atekwo kakozesa no. Ndino kukola bino era feedback njifune nga abantu basanufu. Wagereza emyoga. Minister yadinonereza. Nabigere mbiro. Systems should be automated. You just know. MP and Bairata ambula butambule na list. Nti kuchalo change ebijire kwe bivire mu government biliwa. Tietaga kubinga muntu yena idhabi yagana ngabo yagana na ikonto. Ngeri kuvamu amadi. Eri mbukuno obuntu bwa bulwe na kudino. They have added some medication. Muchidomola otamu akapeke so that the community is healthy. Okay? So, if any party, aid, Uganda yabuliraga nachi chetwetwaga okukola aid kumu.
Bwe mwadde muteekateeka strategic plan yeno, mwasoose okwebuuza ku bibasudde emabega because you speak well, you seem to have good issues. Lwaki bannayuganda baganye okugula endowooza zammwe nti mu kalulu akawedde aka 2021 kumpi tugende nti bannayuganda baba naabira mu maaso ne batabalowoozaako. Naawe yogedda no nti ba MP bamwe bali 36 tebakula tebakoga tebagenda teba.
Era n'ensonga ereeta ekyo giri. Kubanga the Electoral Commission was captured. What kyobona ekifulumira mu bululu tina okwenda kwa bannayuganda nga isemateeka bweragira. Okwenda kwa bannayuganda tina okwo kyova obona abantu abasinga bungi babalangambo n'ababisi ayingizira asanike weebuuze yabalonze naani because the system has been corrupted to the extent balanze President Museveni nti abisi balanga ati ajja kulayira ekyalo wakibona nga kiri oti kifiiremu mutaka mukulu esanu lyagayira ku bannayuganda kubanga bayidi nti bye baasuubira bye bamusuubiramu engeri ye bamwendamu n'engeri leka nze naneeteemu ye twamwendamu tina eriwo.
But within opposition there are voices nti mukolera Museveni temulina kyemutugamba mukolera Museveni.
You see, boba ng'olwire mbuyinza emyaka mingi, you even create your own opposition. You create even an opposition in an opposition. Otandika n'okukozesa abali mu opposition okulwanisa abali mu opposition. You know, statecraft is like that. But abantu bye bakola nebikukobera nti okay ono equals kyono ali kutambuza ekintu kino ali kituusaaga era lwaki yandikikoze lwaki Salaamu alikola kino mu ngeri eno abazaaki kuba byetukola nebitutunda byetukola nebiraga ki. What I speak is what is in my brain, isn't it?
That's it.
And so what I do is what determines on which side I am. On which side I am. Kuba ngenda okukobera tulwire nga tukobera Abannayuganda nti ekintu kye beeta parish model kiguumaaza kifu twalira mu twakibabalira. That's why ndi kobera nti ife pate yaife is grounded on the family. Because there's no development that happens in a geographical area called a parish. Development, first stage of development starts at the individual level, at the family level, and then to the community level, and then to the group level.
True.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So, iwe toyeza kuva eno ng'emyoga tegikoze bonna bagaga waletakoze okulembeka kwaloba byona all the programs ninadzi nebiki. The basic unit of development is the family. Empower the family, and empowered families will create empowered communities. And then the geographical area called a parish will be empowered. Eyeringa ku third level, third stage, P4, eyenkulakulana. Ntimpera hano mutuusaawo, mukole cooperatives, mwegaite at production. Ayempera hano mukobe mutu cooperatives, ya lugambo, habana chirichiti eyo, mwebale, ya gafeyo. Dino ni parish models.
What did your MPs say in Parliament when the parish development model budget was being passed? What did they say?
You see, even the way Parliament is structured, tukawulira eddoboozi lindi okutoola ku omuyogano oguli ku floor. Ekyandibaire kikolebwa mu Parliament ni kino. Government should present a plan. Opposition, the official opposition, which is new, should respond to the plan. Manenti okay nupu bwebanga nerimbuyinza yo yandikoze kino. Then other parties would present theirs, and then they would be debated. Mpera ano nga strategic person ati ama nimpuliriza wona omomba andi kutoola mu ebirungi ebirongosa eyange kyendi nacho. That discussion did not happen. Ni UPE nga bagireeta kuba nali mu Parliament nga balireeta UPE. Twagala tumulete biru iteeka erigemagana ni universal primary education libe iteeka bitikuwaya bonna basome balisoma ki era balisoma li era basoma batya basomera muki eiteeka lyandibaire tukobera nti omwana w'emyaka 5 ku 7 aba ali mu preschool nga mugaita gainia ni education policy nga ilifusa iteeka omwana w'emyaka 7 eiranga bojo okusoma P1 ogemot meba amana ati otuuse eki okusoma oje osome P1 nga buvunanzibwa bwa LC buvunanzibwa bwa muzaire omwana okujja muki
P1
okusoma era omuzaire bwalemererwa wabao sanctions.
That's what you wanted.
That's what we wanted.
That you'd punish a parent.
Yes. Aleja kulia omwana walobe kusoma obone police kwe kunoni. What has happened to the child? Is the child sick? Have you reported to social service? Why hasn't the child gone to school? Because the child is a property of the world. bw'ata asome ajja kututawaanya ensi yoona nga mutuddu.
That is true.
Okay? We do not have to reinvent the wheel. Abaleeta ekintu kye beeta education system. Tukoope bukoope. Ifo tuidyereti muki? N'ekitutwala okusoma nibyoli kweta benchmarking. Nibyoli benchmarking emirundi emeka nga tosomye. Olisigala binankani bitundu. General parts.
Across social media platforms. Bw'owuliraga nti temulina kye mutugamba. What?
Manant, that is the propaganda machinery that has been put in place. The other way around of saying that, bandikobe ati mutugamba chi.
That would be positive.
That would be. Temulina kye tugamba is dismissive.
Yeah, because they say
ate ali kyogera ye n'aba musiru. Kuba afaanana byali kwogera. Musiru mwene. Era basiru n'abadaaga n'ebyo ebibuuzo. Because for a citizen of a country, what you need to ask of your leaders is, what is it? You say you have a better plan. Elucidate.
And they get from the site mwalinako kumukisa ne mutagukozesa.
Era n'obusiru obudaaza ife Uganda. Bagukozesa batya nga you are under military occupation. Ogukozesa otya? Iyo yasuntumaire ku social media lwaki tajja n'akola ekyo kyaliko babayini. Oba ye alini plan esinga y'abayini. Ye naziza kyatukoba asuntumale ku social media asirike. Yes.
You know, this is a class of people that look up to Salaamu Musumba and others for their political maturity.
Yes.
So they say, but we trusted the Salaamu Musumbas, we trusted the Besigye.
And what have they done?
They have not delivered us to Entebbe. We have not reached in Entebbe. Salaamu Musumba says he's happy where she is in opposition.
I am not happy in opposition. I have told you I am happy with what I do because I build this nation with my brain, with my hands, with my communication, and with everything on me. That is all I do when I wake up in the morning. That's why I told the Gananga Kutiba and Sibi. Because I build the nation from where I am. Every day, every minute. Because that is a responsibility I have. As a human being on this planet.
If you have felt foster unit and reconciliation among yourselves as opposition forces, you versus Noob, that Noob dismisses you as Temuna Chemutugamba. How then would you handle?
Bainachi Chebatugamba.
Kujako musajja.
Bainachi Chebatugamba.
Kutwala musajja.
Stulago ekomawa.
Rabadaba style musulago gaya agende mwe buli mu massage.
Era yajja.
Musiba na ye na
era yajja. Yendi kukoberera wano. Yajja azirawo.
Ande. Akaliwo.
Yajja azirawo.
Akaliwo.
In the world of utopia. Azirawo. Ebyo byonna byonna eyo tuviireyo. Analyst omulungi akukobera that we have balanced terror. Bano temina kye tumutugamba Robadoba style bali ku address yetwali kwa emyaka 10 enyuma. Era nga bwe twabategeeza nti eyenkola tekutuusa yetujja. Mwikaikane, mwire inuma tame, mwire inuma. Tweteseku, tuyimba amani, tuyimba obwongo. Tukolere galala ni stage yetuli ku buti oliwulira aye nga tulinoku wulira twali tulinokuleka Robadoba yone ekoleku Robadoba tukobere bweyaga enkola yayo tomanna bali n'enkola eyindi ife yatulema Robadoba ya parkinga yetwali yetwagana Robadoba tuliko bantu Robadoba tame ihida tukolere galala yanje.
If you had accepted,
it is not for us to accept. Ndo was always mwirabira mwidukire envuma ye batuvuma batukobera bonna bebamu bakolera Museveni babakozesa. You see, theirs was to become the opposition. if ours was to become the government. By the batyanka space yona bajina alamu bakola bino bakola bide bwajo okuchencho nga betu abakobanga bye balibona perane yona tuvireyo baikaikaine bamanenti bino tebya robadoba bino bya serious tutyambe
Oba tebya sokati bya serious
maiwe robadoba kitegeeza
Robadoba style.
Nichi.
You were massaging himself.
Robadoba nichi.
Do not massage somebody. We are removing a dictator, not by massaging him, not by working with him, by taking Roba style. In a way he will not understand. You do not play with himself in the way he knows, but in the way he does not.
Byona bimpomera. Okubanga Katonda ampaire omukisa okuba omulamu. Nabona yabindoleka nabona ku robadoba bwetola ku government nabona massaging bwekola ni bwetokola. People are being shot dead. Wajeta massage. You want to recreate a situation. Lwaki tenda abantu abo nkola yaibwe balowooza ati Uganda yatandika nabo nti struggle yatandika naki nabo kyatwize inuma nguli bako bati banaife mutambwiza akuwano ife katumalirize. We should have given them the tools nti imperano akibula kuni kino tulumbe tuti tugaite ki amani n'obwongo na buli kimu. Aye mission yaibwe yali yakufuuka the biggest opposition and they did. Now what next? Because the situation is getting worse. The situation is getting worse. Era bolingirira buli omwa akubuza kuncho. Salaamu tujaga. Ambozote nkobanga nti ni wide.
And if NUP has failed with all the guru they had and the many trust that Ugandans gave them, you think FDC can reinvent the wheel?
Listen, we are not recreating.
Do not look at the leaders.
We are not, listen, we are not recreating.
Look at the population that thought NUP would deliver. And they voted massively. In Busoga, where you come from, 8 out of 11 districts of Busoga voted for the NUP presidential candidate to lead them. You
and
understand?
What did they put to form a government with? Who did they put in place? Who did they vote for?
Okay, they voted for Robert Kyagulanyi as party president and 42 NRM MPs.
Tuli Busoga.
Yes.
Leka tumalize ekifaananyi kya Busoga.
Yes.
Bwe baamala banga ab'NRM be bali kukoba ati n'abaleese embeera embi kairi baaga balala obona disconnect of the brain.
Tiwenkobye, out of the 44 MPs.
Veyo tulikwira Busoga 8 out of 11 districts.
Voted.
They should have brought 8 out of 11 members of parliament. Chitobo chibalibwa.
No.
Bachiba.
They voted for
Ngonaba
MP.
Olira. Ngonaba ni government. Oba nibwe munagigema nabo. Balala aba abali n'amaani aga votinga. President Kyagulanyi. Bandi baire balala abo banoonya n'obundi ngene Buganda bwe kyali. Bale story bagisoma bitundu. Baja balambala abega imwe abeka namba tiko
Baba TV Ganga Mkade Hot Cup at 8. So it does that not show how you failed in Mwabali opposition to sensitize your population? That somebody votes for Robert Kyagulanyi as president and looks for an NRM candidate as member of parliament. What have the Salaamus been doing then that people cannot even know that basic principle? That's why some say
eriyo ebyalo ebiri ku ba repeater. Ba repeater nga nibo somesa. Bayira mu bwire. Unfortunately Abasoga abasinga bungi ba repeater. Bayira mu nsobi ndala eyo. Bayira mu eyo paka lwe bagaawo. Tusomesa mwana iki. Nali niwe mu programs zetukoze Busoga okusomesa abantu. Tida kwetantala ku byalo bindi. aye omusoga
baluba okugula bye mubasomesa. The equation now is to find out why has the population refused.
Mperano oli kumana lwaki ebyo byona bye balobye okuwulira biba twaire mu ngira ndala bona yabwavu mpwitu
Wow.
mpwitu ekutwala mbwavu yakulekayo yakubaka mpwitu.
What next? What can FDC do differently now? You did something, you controlled the space, you lost the space to Noob, you want to reclaim the space. What next? What are you doing differently?
Ekisinga kunsanusa nti bw'ojja mu katale tebakubuuza kibiina kyo, bakukobera bwa bbeeyi. Bw'ojja mu idwaliro tebakubuuza langi yo, bakukobera bukobera ate eddagala wazira. Eisomo eryo erya reality n'eisomo lyetumaze nga tuwa abantu bigaitagaine and have created an opportunity for people to listen.
You think the population will listen to you?
They do. Maybe nina bankobera ati kale watukoberanga 20 years ago. Watukoberanga nabaga nti be mtata wana kukwira mwebi mumbuuze muti tukole ki.
That's what I want to understand. What next? What is in this book that you are going to do? I'm asking differently because you know that say it is a fool, only a fool, who does the same thing over and over again expecting different results.
And you see, we are not fools, but we have the basic structure. Yenkubalire nti omuntu aba ku maiso abiri bw'aba kwirala abati muki ngaliri gano wagati
Niwega babire in different
nguliri ne bwidangano n'erindi lidangano oyakairi abakyuse. So, what are we doing differently? We are planning differently. We are outreaching differently. We are organizing differently. And that is what is contained here. Party structures that tujja okuforminga dijaba ditya. Party structures that tujja okuforminga are of potency. Ife toida kujabuja ojena waikoko okoba otoli chairman wa FDC ngoba Kampala toidina bibaga waide kugema kifo parking yard olinde elections bakugule be
ebufireyo
abe toida kupima encho neigulo toida kutakwa akawuliriza. You have a basic mission what you must do in your
So area. You are going into reformation of party structures? Is that what you're going to do?
We are going to reconstitute and rebuild
party structures?
Yes.
You said that the dictatorship failed you to build then. Has the dictatorship died out?
No. Now the people are resolved in that this situation, the social situation, the economic situation is not tenable. They can't have more of the same pain that they have gone through because they had hopes and expectations. For instance, imweti mwali naisubi nti bajja kukola oluguudo oluve Kamuli lubite Ruuka lutuuke Kaliro.
Yes.
Emyaka emeka ti abiri.
Yes.
Timwali na isubi nti bajja kubayigulira olutuuke Saaka lusale mpaka Palisa.
Mpaka Palisa, yes.
Nga mulonze emyaka n'ebisiibo galiwo n'akalaga bona wano mulumbuye olwo oluguudo bakalukolera just that swamp bakagikolera emyaka 7 era buti bw'otuuka ojja kwagana an abandoned site.
Because there is no money.
Abalamoji tiba wa musolo.
The government demonstrates the will to repair the swamp, but there is no money.
Ate dino edigula dimpenkoni edigula ebyokulwanisa 2 trillion has just been committed to fighting to buying arms. Ebulamoji baba oluguudo bawa alikwenda ni government bajogereko. That is, you see, that is the so that is the peace that you must build in the people. not the tensions that this road brings. Abai biba parking out. It is 7+ years. That is at your doorstep. Tida kutwala gandi. Aimwana inga bakoze dega ibu. Olwire bwakujjayi. Eda ibu enkole.
Engudo.
Nkole. Kankukobere ni hamp. Ku luguudo olujja e Kabale. Tefaanana na hamp. Lujja idinda. Lulo lujja kubulungi oti. Lundo kubandagana bana bugul. Because of the way that it has been designed.
Is that deliberate?
Why not?
No,
it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake. It is deliberate. Do you know the road which brings wealth to this country is the Malaba?
The eastern route?
Yes.
I would imagine so.
Yes.
Yes, I would imagine
Has
so.
that road design ever changed since pre-independence? It is the same size of road. It's the same design of road. Kulikuwa banga kunga kutambulira kuzefa. Buti kulikuwa aga motoka ga lukululana.
In fact, on
Gut.
Sunday,
It is an accident site. Kakwita. It's actually a death trap. The road is a death trap. Why? Don't people know, don't planners of this nation know that that is the route that brings wealth to the entire nation? Twali ni Mary. Mary dona gazira. Edago beranga eidinda. The thriving business. It was by accident. Deliberate by policy and by design.
As the Basoga, looking at Busoga now, in fact, the president said recently, and I peeped through the window of my car, and I saw terrible poverty.
Bambi.
And I asked myself, Mubao Mutia. Let's get to that shortly after this break.
Enoni Baba TV Obusoga Bulaire.
Your money by choosing the right paint. With Global Paints, you don't just paint, but paint for generations to come. Make Global Paints a paint of choice and make your building a paradise. We have weather coat emulsion, undercoat emulsion, silk vinyl emulsion, flat emulsion, super gloss and high gloss. Global Paint, a reliable product.
If you go for shopping, don't forget to buy new branch on market. Sam. Okay, family friend not to make it. Frida man make it. Receipts, contracts, cookies, and gonja. Sam's, taste the difference.
Feba Nachimera Skin Solutions tukola ebizigo, sabuni, shower gel, ebyabuliro susu, oyina embalabi, binundo, black spots, obugalo obwakola, enkovu, mugaba, ate ng'ensundo tuzikolako nga tetukulongoosezza.
Waliwo abasajja abasala ebirevu ne babutuka, eno moisturizing lotion ekuyambako abagole ng'oli eyo oyina omukolo, olususu lwafa, oyina dark spots, oyina embalabe, tuyina ebizigo ng'ogenda kukiliyalingira mu wiiki emu.
Tusangibwa ku SP Plaza Level 4, Room 11, mu maaso ga Galilea Plaza. Tukubire ku simu namba noti 751, noti 45, 116, ne noti 771, noti 53, 999. Nachimera Skin Solutions. No more skin issues.
Olina kasenteko oyagala kulattako ofuneko weezimira Julex otunda
otunda nyumba gye weezimbira oba oyagala kugula eweddewo n'okutawuka Julex ekyapa kyo wakifuna oyagala kukikyusa kidde mu mannya go Julex buli luguudo lwe wayagala oluyingira Kampala bano balinako ettaka Julex bamufuna mpola tuwonye bano batunda n'ettaka ku kibanja mpola Julex nammwe be babbako ettaka nga byakulemerera oyagala anakulwanira Julex balina ettaka mu Kampala wo munnange yangu ofuneko weezimbira
Julex Property Consultants Limited tusangibwa Nansana ku Jenina State oba tukubire ku namba z'essimu zino wammanga 0752 46 oba 0788 11 jangu ofune ekyomulembe
Julex.
Buyogera nyaffe Uganda ku Radio Africa tolemwa kumwenya olw'akamwenyumwenyu akajjudde abanywanyi. Embeera y'obudde yatukolako mukwano n'obutonde obutubeezaawo ne butusobozesa buli omu okubeerawo mu ngeri ye kuba ffenna tuli banjawulo ne mu ngeri gye tukwasaganyamu emirimu gyaffe naye ekitugatta ne tufuuka omuntu omu bwe buwoomyo buva mu kyokunywa ekyaleeruya jingatte drink n'aleeruya tamarin drink eddekende erikumala ennyonta ate nga wejjanjaba omubiri gwo. Ekyokunywa kino kye kitegeera emibiri gyaffe kuba kya butonde 10 ku 10. Womirwe Alleluia Tamarin Drink na Alleluia Jingatte Drink bikolebwa ba Alleluia Reflexology Healthy Solution and Nutritional Research Center Limited. Wefunire ekyokunywa kya Alleluia leero okuva ku maduuka wonna bakubire ku noti 393 24 15 6
Get yourself a Zuku TV decoder and satellite dish today at a low price of only 105,000 Ugandan shillings and a Zuku decoder at only 60,000 Ugandan shillings and enjoy your favorite movies, series, kids entertainment, music, local and international news and lots more. Enjoy amazing packages like Zuku Smart, Zuku Smart Plus, Zuku Classic, Zuku Premium and Zuku Asia. Get connected today. Zuku, life got better.
Enoni Baba TV obusoga bulayire.
Kale, oli ku Baba Television program yatuli mu Uganda mukatu kimaliza nchi lero tuni Proscovia na Salaamu Musumba Vice Chairperson wa FDC wa Eastern Uganda ava ebusoga ekitundu ekyavo ino President gye yalingiza mu idirisa n'abuno obwavu obuwona n'abuuza akyaye bantu bange mubaawo mutya Salaamu ebusoga mubaawo mutya
Muyanga nasanuka ino okuwulira nga mwene muwa myaka 3 ali kwebuuza ekibuuzo kye twandimubuuziza ni mwene ge twandibuuziza nti enembeera wagireeta otya kuba yatwagaana tuli bakombe yatwagaana nga twesobola lwaki mu mulembe gwe mwetusinkiinire paka awo ogwo yali yakavaagame yekange ati obwavu tabubonanga yali avaaga ng'alengeza ati ajokulinga ati nga buwuna
stinking poverty
buwuna
yabuza ati mubaawo mutya
kyokka yankolera olunaku
atatya
kuba yakakasa kyetulwire nga tukoba abasoga nti bana busoga negemye ekikopo ekyobwavu mu nsi yona yona aye nga ate busoga newagiire enaale ebiseera byona byona busoga nebaire n'abakulembeze abatutumufu emyaka gyona gyona Busoga ni gateway y'obugaiga mu Uganda yona. Aye Busoga niye bali kwekangabiriza tuli baavu.
Yes, and it was an indictment on the Salaamu Musumbas.
It was not. It was a vindication of us. Katutandikire inuma mu privatization. Mu privatization mu myaka egy'ekyenda na mukaaga katandika ekyenda na mukaaga baatunda ebyobugaiga byaffe byona beena abo babyeguza bajja nabyo baatwala naitiri musana mukulu ebyuma babitwala Rwanda. Securico ababigula bona ebyo biri mu indelible ink nibo ojja ku Hansard biriko twalwanira ebyobugaiga bya Busoga byatulema.
You think Papuko would be working for you today?
Why wouldn't it work? All it needed was injection of capital and change of management. Yes. Webaiba nankani akola tip top. Bamweguza sente imeka.
Tip top yajja yona.
Yes. Ndikobera story tiye bampayira ye nali wongambo na iranga anwanirira ku lwa Busoga.
Uganda grain milling.
Uganda grain milling. Baiba Uganda Commercial Bank. No mwibi twamugema. Kuba nali ku kakiiko akali kanonereza select committee. Tondaza kuwaya bino irayo ku Hansard. Official record ya parliament. Ononye debate ni reports edigemagana ni kwebyo byendi kuwaira byona. Masese was a going concern abayitali bali bakatusomekeza abantu okukola the biggest fishing industry in Masese. Jawebuze what happened. Abantu beena abali mu government na abaida begabania. Obugaiga bwava mu bantu abanji baira mu muntu. If we had a fisheries master plan and infrastructure in 1980, why don't we have it today? Ngaye Lake Victoria yao. Twavao twakoma nti ownership tujiwe bajetanga beach management program. BMUs dizirabo buti abayindi baba binga buli chifo baba kuba emigo ku madhi bakuba. Instead of putting regulations, we recommended in Kale. We are overfishing the lake. Twachala ne Mwanza where they do more fishing. The science of fish is this: the more the fish is threatened, the more it produces. The biggest fish market is in Mwanza.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you.
When the fish in water is threatened, it
produces more. That is the science. Nobody babingana migo. Sigulu Island yona, but they have displaced the original fishers. They are new fishers. Batukubire kumade aga ifao. Batutoire monanda. Babyegabire lwaki titube bavu. Bataire amakolero gona. Toyinza funa mulimo paka nga bakukobye oli walulyoki ovaga
bakabibuza ebyo
jamma divani jobone bwe bagaba scholarships there. Era nani yali ku board egaba scholarships da madivani. Madivani ali kufuna obugaiga ife. Yali eri yakategaya ngani chairman wa board ye.
Salaamu olikuba mukawino ate wobo mukawe ebintu byoti bigemagana. Kategaya ne yaga scholarship da madivani. I thought
yali ku board ngani chairman wa board egaba scholarships.
Why in the first place did you need Kategaya for something in Busoga?
Political positioning, political funds. Bale na abali ababa therefore boyendo okuba ni ababa kozesa ababa. Ejo jona nkutwale abo kisome. Tuvirawo batukobye bagabye license debikado. Bagabire Mayuge, bagabire GM, bagabire Kaliro, bagabire Kamuli, buti bataire ku nibuyende.
Nibujiri.
ni bujiri baliko bati tulime bikado madivani yerwaine kwati bana zoning eno ye mulikola teri kugamagano libana lwachi ndikobera police zoning ife batuwaire bikado beba mala baire eno bavuma aye ngabagaga walire mu bikado nga na muru batwala ya tyaka ati batwala ye bikado kyona kitegeza ati batwala yo bwavu nanaku nakusinkina kubanga abasoga be balirire ino ati banange beye bikado egwire babyocha nize nimbyocha ebyange
wena wali nabikado
nali nabyo
wabyocha
college ye listen I cannot commit my land to waste. The crop had become a liability. Ndaja ekaliro sugar, kamuli sugar. Kusaba permit. I drove there over 10 times. Anga kayindi kalikunkoba. Mama, madam, nakoba nti bakoberanze Salaamu. Abataka babiva. Era nangandi abataka mbakobere to bivek. Tuje tukozese itaka lyaife for other things.
Now you are the problem because
I am not.
Now the factories are suffering without sugar cane.
They can go to hell
because you
let them grow it in their land and bring it and process it because they destroyed so many families, so many family economies. Okay. Until
the ton is now 230,000, but there is no cane.
Lovely.
Because you told people not to grow cane.
Lovely.
I wish they had remained.
Lovely.
What is lovely?
We had no hope. Nobody ever came to us. They stayed in their high grounds. Ngoi beba permits. Ba ministers, ba military. Baba. Na ba supplying anga sugar cane
listen,
they did not even have a centimeter of sugar cane. They also went to trade on their people, and it became a declining business all the time, and people just gave up. This is a land of opportunities. Bwembonanga kino tichifuna ndya na alfuna chi
because today they will be reaping much from sugar cane. The factories are growing sugar cane.
We will produce what gives us profit. Sugar cane had become one of the liabilities in our lives. Wage maybe kado watu alakaliro ati echuma chifide waiza kamuli ati ozira permit bakudondolera ku stage yao bakudondola. Can you imagine people burnt sugar cane because it was cheaper to burn it than to sell it?
Does Museveni own those Asian factories?
I have.
So why would you blame him for anything?
Who's licensed them?
Because if anything,
who licensed them?
The Minister of Trade.
In whose government?
Mr. Museveni's government.
Correct. The buck stops with him. They impoverished. They did not advise a community in a 4-acre plan. It was okay. But why didn't they manage the prices? The business. There's a sugar policy, a sugar desk in Bank of Uganda. Bank of Uganda. They are now, I can tell you, now that the business is thriving, they are going to bring taxes. They are going to tax people who are growing sugarcane or transporting it or even delivering it. They are going to impose a tax, but nothing else.
There is a desk on sugarcane growing in
sugar policy in Bank of Uganda. Sugar
policy.
Yes.
In Bank of Uganda. Why
are you asking me? Just go and find out what it does. I had someone I went to school with who was on that desk. I know.
Salam, are we not running away from responsibility, you and I, who come from Musoga, that we are not taking any blame for our poverty and we are blaming it on someone else?
Listen, nobody wakes up to be poor. No. Emisanvu bajimutabute bwamuki mungira meyabachi mwavu. That is why twabanga nemwani daife badada baife nga government policy nungi ni prices nungi twasoma era nguli buti bwe tuli mu Christmas nguli sujja kutandika kunoonya ngoye bababa bamaze iro okutegeka byetulira ku Christmas season yona mwezi mulamba nga tulikwegamu olw'okukola ino omwaka omulamba.
True.
Bikaliyo oba abasaada bafa.
Not really.
They have been disempowered, demobilized economically, and therefore the family remains a fragile unit. With a fragile unit of a family, there is no strong community. If Abasoga, mukiseera kye twayendera mu government, if it was our government, we would have bought all that sugar cane at the going price. We would have bought it from them so that money goes through the family. You don't destroy the family. Obanga tuzira kolera, we would have destroyed it. And we have put money to the producers so that we do not discourage production.
Why did not your fellow leaders from Busoga do that? Mobilize citizens to do that?
They went and mobilized the president and he gave them money. And instead, they tried to set up Simanyaka Cooperative Society. Kona kabayombesa. Baja baleeta obuuma mbukodi muno muvaamu juisi. Bali basabye ati bali kwenda kutaawo factory yindi tibayidi bwe bagitaawo bagalangatana, and all they needed to do was a stopgap measure. Use this capital to buy from the farmer, give it to the Indians to enable them buy the what? The cane. Supervise it. Omanenge ekizibu okitoyire mu bataka. But you reach managing
from farmer to the cooperative, the factory. It's not a bureaucracy that you reduce the...
No, it didn't even happen. There was not even a viable cooperative to talk about. They patched up something which collapsed. If you went looking for it, it's not there. People have staged themselves in the way, in the economic way, to take advantage of the situation, and it didn't happen. But at the same time, as that was going on, a lady called Amina was given money in Atiak to set up a sugar factory. There was no immediate response to the plight in Busoga because people borrowed money to grow the cane. People went bust. People went bust. Families collapsed, and they may never recover. And the only missing link was to buy this product from them.
Do governments in liberalized economies do that? Because
is this a liberalized? Let me ask: is this a liberalized economy? If you can pick Uganda people's money, taxes, and give to Amina in Atiak, why can't she go to the market? You are picking money to give somebody to build a hospital, an invisible hospital which isn't there. You're picking money to bail out people here in Kampala to buy to build malls and stuff. Why is it not the same way you treat people, hardworking Basogas that have produced cane to give to supply factories that you have licensed? You licensed them. If you didn't license them, people would never have grown sugarcane. We weren't growing sugarcane. So these distortions in policy, this madness, is the one that has compounded the poverty in Busoga. So you can't turn around, please, sir. You can't turn around and say, "Hey, mubawo mutia, tubawo tutia." Sir, we scrape for a living. Oidi Abasoga ba MPs a meeting the Baba Nadum State House. Ngabali kuwaya ku zoning. Any zoning about zoning a season yaga. But
economically zoning was not wrong. It was intended to give you advantage over other areas in that particular crop so that market
so what
can
happened?
Come to
so
you.
What happened to sugarcane? Where does it work, that zoning? They wanted tea in Chigezi. Okay? Do you know how much indebtedness those factories are? They are being given free money in all those places. They are asking, you should follow them. You see, for you people, your biggest problem is that you follow only things from Busoga. Me, I follow everything in Uganda. That's my job, to see the policy distortions. I know about the tea in the West, Chisoro, Buhweju, there in Shema, all those places. I know how much support they have received financially from government.
Maybe the Basoga are not organized enough.
No, we are organized enough. We have been deliberately targeted.
So is the problem, Salam? Speaking realistically,
there are problems everywhere.
Because if we are talking about policy, you were given an opportunity to have a Speaker of Parliament, a Secretary General of the ruling party, an Executive Director of the National Planning Authority, the Chairman of the NADS program. People would have been key in influencing policy shifts the way you want. Did you use the opportunity?
Let me ask, what were they given that they didn't deliver?
Huh?
Because they are as vulnerable as the rest of us. Yes. What were they given that they did not deliver? Because, one, you remember that this entire country in Parliament said the poverty in Busoga is debilitating, is an eyesore.
Dr.
Let us have a special program for Busoga. Because there have been affirmative action special programs for elsewhere. There's the Luero, which is unending. There is Northern Uganda, which is so deserving. There is one in Karamoja. There is in everywhere, except. So the extra resources that have been injected in the communities. Elsewhere.
Why didn't your grade 3, the Executive Director of the National Planning Authority, Dr. Joseph Muvawala, the Speaker of Parliament for 10 years, Mr. Rebecca Kadaga, the Secretary General of NRM, Mr. Salaamu Musumba, why didn't the three call for that special action?
They did.
Action? And what happened?
Ignored.
Salam, be sure.
I am telling you that, you remember about Busoga People's Charter?
Yes.
It was laid on the table of Parliament 20 years ago.
I remember very well.
It had a development program, a special program that we had designed as we who understand our community.
Where did it end?
Ignored. It's gathering dust.
Ignored by who?
By the government, by the
Parliament where things pass.
Let me also tell you. In a government, the executive is the one that has the first call on money. You do not put a charge on the consolidated fund from the back bench. However clever you are, you do not put a charge on the consolidated fund. Your proposal must be accepted by government, either as a program or as a bill, because a bill imposes financial obligations.
Yes,
okay? So you can't do that. It is within the law. But the Parliament of this country accepted to intervene for Busoga, and they did pass a resolution that a special program for Busoga happened. 7 years down the road, nothing. Why wouldn't you say this is deliberate? Then they suffered from creating a vote for us. Abasoga tulabi. No kututera wobutere vote chona chalema. Batuniga mluweru. If we don't matter enough. Is that
true? Busoga falls under Luweero? How?
Wali obusente bwe babikizomo.
Under Luweero?
Obuwumbi musanvu.
Under Luweero?
Mperano tuli district 6 na ndala. Buli omu ali akuimeka. Okwiba okundi kwe batwiba is through the natural resources we have. You know about Budagali. You know about Isimba. Eiteka bakoba ati ebyobugaiga ebyo yebuba royalties ensaka enaidanga mu kitundu ekyo either kuba 1%
One was defeated. It was, you passed 0.08.
It is 1%. Iwe tubakusomesa rounding off.
Okay.
1%. 1% ey'amasanalaze okugibala yona baatufera. It should be under gross. Amasanalaze gafuluma ameka. How many watts per minute, per hour, per day, per year? What is 1% of it? Yona bera chairman wa district. Nga batuwa million 10 mboni royalties.
Ekamuli.
Ebusoga. To the governor, million 10. 10 districts then. Nababuuza nti ayi timubonanga bano batumanirira ekiswise. Babiseebo.
Timukamuti akatono kali abagwayi.
Anti bate bagaya. Mona okubanga kali munkwaba. Mpera no bulidwe twakobanga nti, you know, this is deliberate cheating, and it is. But twibye. Kuba okujja okubona ebisolima ebyo emugahinga. Mugahinga. Community esigaza almost 10%. Nga oidi okusansula ebitabo. Community. Balibona ki?
Bisolo wildlife.
Bisode.
Ebisode, yes.
Aye ife, mubuga igobwa ife.
Bamasandarazi.
Balituwa 1%. Ate baliji tubalira. Nga bamaze n'okutoola ku omusolo code na bichi. The accounting is just upside down.
What are Busoga MPs saying? What are your leaders saying? You have 11 districts. We have not seen the district chairpersons come out with that. We have not seen the MPs say.
But I'll tell you what they do successfully.
What?
They endorse the sole candidate. They are the first ever. Basinganwa businganwe. That is what happens. Bahatuiba kuisimba nga nomusana mukulunga tubona. Bajatuiba mu rare earth. Musana mukulunga tubona.
This is my feeling. What if FDC, the party you lead, and this top cream, the party president, the vice presidents, the party national chairperson, and the deputy chairpersons, the parliamentary caucus of the FDC, set up foot to look for somebody called Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, being head of the executive, and drawing from your own words, you say executive controls everything. You go and say, we have come to you to dialogue, to you as the head of government.
About
we have this.
About what?
The good proposals you are talking about.
About the economy.
Policy shifts you want.
About the economy.
About the economy, yes.
Okay.
Yes. We want to see you a delegation. Say a delegation of FDC leaders is meeting Mr. Museveni. Make it public. Talk to him. Tell him straightforward into his face about the policy shifts you'd love to have. And if he picks one or two, that's what Nobati Mao did. Nobati Mao faced him. I said, Nobati Mao said we need to do this. Nobati Mao said, I have concerns about political transition. Yes. I have come to you to tell you, let us start work on the political transition. Where is he? He's a minister of justice. So Mao is different from Salaamu Musumba, who is speaking from the streets. Mao now speaks from the center, the table of authority, and is able to change any
Tell
policy.
me about his 100 days.
Oh, Mao.
Yes, in this new address. His first 100 days. What do you smell? What do you hear? What do you see?
The first thing is a different Mao. Speaking objectively and hopefully.
And let me
Mao
tell you,
now speaks with hope.
Let me face you Ugandans. I speak hopefully and I speak patriotically, because at whatever post I am, that is what I'm duty bound to do. We have no problem making our views known and heard. But we have a problem with our views to gather dust when they are not implemented, when they are trashed, when it's just pep talk.
Now, that's the problem.
This is what we want to do. We have proposed that the dialogue we want to be in, must have a guarantor. We must be guaranteed that what we are discussing will be implemented.
And the guarantor is the head of the executive. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, president of Uganda.
Actually,
the head
that
of
is the problem.
You did tell me
that
yourself.
Is exactly the problem.
Who do you want to guarantee?
That one is an actor.
Calls, you said the person who makes a call.
The first call on resources.
On resources,
yes,
is the executive.
Is the executive.
It's the man to
we are telling you that that doesn't happen within the NRA. Within the NRM, it doesn't. Look at the manifesto of NRM. 2 years down the road, look at what has been executed. I have read that manifesto cover to cover, and I am just getting out what is for which area. And I'll tell you, nothing yet. That is why the Bukungu Road has been on the books for 20 years. That is why the roads in Kampala here. Let me tell you.
The Amber Koti Matu Mukiso's road, how far?
0.
Okay.
0.
So what did you use your big people for? You know, Salaamu, we are making a contradiction ourselves. The head of the National Planning Authority, the person in charge of planning for
but why don't you ask that person?
Is a Musoga
because
from your
that
area.
Man is
Doesn't he know what you need?
Joseph Muvawala. Joseph Muvawala works for the Republic of Uganda, in which Musoga is part.
So what has he planned for that?
Find it in the books of the plan. They call it NDP3. He has done his part.
And the books, the NDP3 you're talking about, talks about this that Musoga needs.
Yes.
It talks about spending more production.
Let me ask, don't ask Muvawala. Ask President Museveni. Only one. That's why we have one head, not 2 heads. You may have 2 ears, but you have one what?
Head.
And in this country, we have one head. And that head is the president. The head of the family, the head of the country. Ask.
Was entrusted part of his mandate with Joseph Muvawala.
Are you a spokesperson? Are you a spokesperson of the head?
No, I'm a realist.
No, sir.
I'm a realist.
It is not about being a realist. Countries are run in order.
And that's the order.
The order is that Muvawala, head of planning authority, has designed a perfect plan that will spur development in every part of the country.
Is a constitutional body created by Parliament to spearhead planning in this country.
I am a constitutional person. I exist too in this constitution. Okay?
Yes.
That is why they say all power belongs to the people, and I am one.
Yes.
I am there.
Yes.
So please, don't disaggregate problems in a fashion of mutilating the discussion.
Okay, Salaamu, as we wind up now.
Yes.
Mwabe FDC, now I'm looking at the wider opposition. JEMA, FDC.
Talk about FDC. Don't worry.
What are you saying?
Tisobola kwogerera bandi. Please, be kind to me. Tisobola kwogerera bandi kubanga.
Okay.
I'm not authorized.
In Uganda, if you don't know, this is a fact. It's a bare fact. In Uganda, the leaders of opposition is NUP.
That is
you are
true.
Under them, right?
No, I'm not under them. I respect and I observe their constitutional obligation.
You are within the opposition, but they are the leaders. Is FDC leader of opposition?
No. Some FDC.
Are you working with the leaders?
I'll tell you this.
Are you working with your leaders?
What a multi-party system works. Nendo oje ku TV. Obone House of Commons. Bwe bakola. Mulimu parties, mulimu Conservatives, mulimu Labour, mulimu the Greens and the Liberals.
And the Liberals, yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Bw'owulira abali kwogera owulira maloboozi ameka. Owulira ruling party, which is conservative.
Yes.
Wawulira opposition, which is liberal, which is Labour.
Yes.
So tojja kubuuza Labour oti ba liberal bakola ki? Because they are exercising a mandate, a constitutional mandate, to offer the alternative.
If politics is about numbers, Salam, then if Nope and you were speaking the same language on these policy things you are talking about, to be a bigger voice, bigger numbers. Did you even invite anyone from Nope
at
the presentation of this?
I'll tell you something.
As leader of opposition in this country?
That's where you get muddled up. Nope ran on a manifesto, which it presented to the nation.
And the nation bought it?
Yes. Execute it. That is all I'm saying. Execute what you promised the people of Uganda. Tutabula mukairi bya blue, bya green, kola bya red, ni mandate.
You have read the NRM manifesto?
Yes.
Have you read the NUP manifesto?
Tujibonanga kwaye najiwulira ku during campaigns and they have, give me a copy. I would love to have it. I would love it. I will tell you what I picked from the NUP manifesto. Because manifesto ya Museveni is the one which has the first call on the national resources.
But your gateway to it is NUP. The leader of opposition in parliament.
I don't need a gate. Brother, I don't need a gate. All I want is NUP to exercise its mandate, yes, and make its policies known.
But you have not
because they are the ones. I don't have to. Listen, I don't judge them. I don't judge them.
What if what you've written is actually similar to what they have?
No problem. No problem, because this is what the people wanted. They preferred the NUP one, the red one, to the blue one. And please, let NUP do its work.
Wonderful.
Yes, let NUP do its work.
Abantu bayagala manifesto ya NUP.
Yes.
Nebagane yammwe.
Yes.
So mutekwa followinga ya NUP abantu gye baagala. If politics is about numbers.
Listen, sir. This is where you asked me the first question. You know, you lack the connectivity in your questions to understand why I said what kind of leadership we would provide. I told you we will focus on the family.
NUP is focusing on what?
I don't know. But if they are focusing on the family, let them do so. Because where I belong, in the center-right ideology, NUP is not there.
Are you working with NUP to host Museveni? Mukola mwenno kujjako Museveni? Yes. No.
Let me tell you, we are making efforts to galvanize the opposition in this effort. We are. Because the toxicity of the last elections did not allow us to.
What do you mean toxicity?
Toxicity. You see, I know if I had my phone here, the abuses. Huh? The abuses I will receive from NUP. I know that. Because that's the brand. The brand, the new political product that NUP has excelled in this, in the last thing. Bafuma byabo wemu bakuvuma wakoba oti kale munvumye
omano kyanga banupu na bakuvumi
social media akambuze ku social media kuliku chebeta ajeta ki kito kitwala omunaku
no
omutegeera
yes
era bayida kunvuma and I will work out nti ni bano ate bayida kunvuma ng'ekifaananyi ekiri ku n'ekyo. Okay? Bayida kunvuma banvumye ezira kye batanvumye ezira party yange batavumye.
So bakoba ntalamo zanviri ku mutwe baba bali kuvuma
mbwe ekyo kivumo be kiziraku aye era tibayidirwa kitambala wig ate nga ne sente disobola ogula wig.
By the way, you do hide the body by putting on the wig. Why do you expose it?
No, because I'm me. This is me. I thought that a clever person would ask me, Salam, what happened? You had a good afro. What happened? I bamvuma. Ojire echiwalata. Kalabe kalinga gundi. Guys, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. Because eno character ya politics empyaka ene yebivumo ebibe ebyo ebyatani ababirese nabo era baida kobera ati obwana bwida kutontogola otajja akaboti twakabona
atera lero
twakabona
kiri ku Facebook baida kutontogola because how do you summarize the doctrine of Hero Party? The only new product they have brought on the market is ibivumo. Really? Did you hear yourself say that? Nzeniwe. Nimbi. Huh? Nimbi. But I can't say it's the only products they have.
No, it's not the only product they have. No. Yeah. If I said so, it is wrong. But that product. Okuvuma bakuvuma ebyobuwemu bakuvuma njakukebera ndakobera on my phone byebanvumye n'abanvumye. I'll do even screenshots for you.
What if the state stage manages people under Noop to attack you?
You see what you do as a leader, you outlaw that language, and especially if you are of that ethnic background. Nsakubo Oluganda nakulira mu Buganda bono empise nungi dona edali mu Uganda reference point yali Buganda era ndidinga dada yakobanga mwana gwe tula bulungi ng'omuganda
the custodian of morality they don't even say omuganda gandi omuntu atambula bwatyo bwotula nabwakanula omuntu atunula
terera bulungi
yes
bunira
kola
bwoto the custodian of best practices
is Buganda.
Was.
It was. What are you saying?
I don't know, I haven't checked yet. But when I was growing up, it was Buganda. The reference point was always Buganda. That's why you read the Bible in Luganda first.
It was in Luganda.
Yes. So, what are we doing to ourselves as people who want change? We are talking to ourselves. We are. We are talking at the highest levels. I was invited to a NEP event, and I did go. And the reception I got was good. Yes, was good. I went there knowing that I'll be the scent of the same flag. And I said, I'll go all the same. Because era bantu ni for tusobya, era abantu ni for otulongosa. Teba chiri? So, nzenka alikukowa kwendeza Uganda byeneyendeza. Kwendeza bana Uganda byeneyendeza. Kuba muyanga neyendeza ebirungi mwana iki.
Good. Is this a public document, Salam?
Yes.
It is a
because we are a public.
It's a public document.
Entity.
So as a center, Salaamu Musumba says this document is a public document. The
yes,
FDC Strategic Plan 2022 to 2027. If it is a public document, then as a sign of political maturity, you as a leading political party, did you invite any guest from NOP, JEMA, DPUPC when you are presenting this in the National Council? Did any of those attend?
I want you to understand the organ called National Council.
Yes.
National Council is a closed party organ.
Really?
Yes. If we were,
guests
we will invite, the guests we invite are guests of FDC.
Yes.
Yes. The National Delegates Conference is the one that we invite people.
Yeah, there's a category of special invitees.
We invite even parties. But this 15th National Council, it was an in-house matter. That's why we invited people for the opening ceremony. And then we closed and went into a meeting.
Who represented NUP at the opening ceremony?
Nobody came.
Did you invite them?
No, I don't think.
Why?
Because we didn't think we were ready to have outsiders. It's not only just NUP which we didn't invite. We invited guests from FDC.
And that's where you go wrong, Salaamu.
Which wrong? Set up your own party and invite whoever you want.
Party. No, is
what?
The leading opposition party the official leader of opposition in the parliament.
I will tell you something.
You are bound to work with them. You are bound to respect them. I will tell you
something. You are thinking in Lulamoji. You are not yet in Jinja. Go back and read the constitution of the party. Go and understand the purpose of this meeting.
Have I not said the basic facts?
Which ones?
That NOP is the leading opposition party.
Yes, and it does not need us to lead the opposition. It is self-integrated, self-contained. It must lead the opposition as them.
It must lead the you.
No.
You are the opposition. NOP must lead the you.
You are distorted, you are disoriented, you are dysfunctional.
So you are not in opposition?
We are FDC.
Are you an opposition party?
No. We are a party.
What?
We are a party. We are a party. There's one party which offers the official position, which is provided for in the Constitution. You see, you have a conceptual problem. Opposition must not be herded together. You don't have to work that way because we have different policy and ideological orientations. The one whose ideology must be given the space and the way in this country is NUP.
True.
It does not Hamas.
And when government speaks, they expect the alternative policy from NUP.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Now, if it was a high table where we are going to serve, government is here, NUP is here, and whoever wants to eat, in this case, whoever wants to be heard, you are either heard through government or through the official position. So where do I expect Salaamu to be? Behind the official position.
No. Where you expect to hear me is that my whip will find space on the order paper and give our view, because we are in that parliament legitimately. We too have a voice. It is not the same voice as NUP. It's not the same voice as NRM. It's not the same voice as JEMA. You see, you want to plaster us together. It is not that.
Both I thought you are together.
No, we are different.
That is why. It's not the ideal thing to do that you're together.
No, sir. That is why NUP, saw JEMA, DP, FDC, UPC on the street, and they were not satisfied with them. They went to form their thing. Okay?
Yes.
And so they acquired the legitimacy to speak their thing. The rest of us find other avenues to speak our thing. Not that we must speak through. That is why multi-party democracy in this country is dysfunctional. Terribly dysfunctional. Because you do not hear the voice. The voice I want to hear is the NUP voice, loud and clear.
Are you not hearing it?
The voice I want to hear is NRM, loud and clear. And I want NRM to stand with this position. What you have there now is a mix. Because government speaks with many voices. What is the policy of NRM, the ruling party, on loans? And what does the official opposition say about loans? Wulira ekizibu kiri kirala boyiya baligalala bwe batyama ku committee, and the way parliament should be functioning. Ti kukoba nti balese loani mujogereku bayidako ba minister wa finance present, opposition present a counter. Bwembona Mwanga Chivumbi akobati. For us in NUP, we do not accept that loan. The reasons are these. Full stop. Ngamsirika. Ngabale, they own the loan, the commercial loan, the what. But because they want to keep it gray.
For example, if you do not accept the loan, you say, what would you do under this crisis, to solve this crisis for you?
Correct. That is the platform.
Are they not doing that?
The way Parliament is structured now, because 2 minutes are given to each member of parliament, irrespective of whether you are the one authorized to counter, all the time is given to government. You will not get a response from the leader of opposition or his cabinet, the shadow cabinet, on that. The way the structure, the voices has been muzzled, even in the house called parliament.
Is there any scrapping between you and the official position?
Not at all. Why?
Are you working together?
Must we? I have told you once and again that we have talks to agree on areas we work together on.
Because given your seniority in the 7th Parliament, 8th Parliament, 9th Parliament, and 10th Parliament, it would only be ideal that you help the current lead of opposition, official opposition, to draw from your experiences to perform better.
The leader of opposition in Parliament, the Honourable Matthias Mpuga, has served 3 terms. He doesn't need your help, sir. And if he needs it, he knows how to procure it. He's not an amateur. He is a glorified legislator. Don't make him look otherwise. So he's well positioned and well founded to offer the right
Baba
leadership.
TV, Gangamuka, as I conclude, Salaamu Musumba, who matters between the two, the citizens and the leaders?
The citizens.
The citizens. So if majority of the citizens of Uganda said they would have loved to go with the NUP manifesto, who are the few you in FDC to speak otherwise?
And we are not. We are not speaking otherwise. We concur with the citizens.
That NUP should lead.
Yes, and it is.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you too.
Wonderful morning.
Thank you.
Ganga mkenshi alichowe tujimaliriza ni Proscovia Salaamu Musumba omyuka wa Isentebe w'ekibiina kya FDC mu Eastern Uganda mukano merokano wakabuliddo akokwekanula mwidaka manira kakwekanula the hot cup at 8 tuonera kikopo nga kikunyoka bulungi today Salaamu Musumba na niyo siza chai wefe twende okumwebaza akobye ntofa kukiri ku mutwe gwe kuzirambira ifai kukiri mu mutwe kati David bisho so twende okumwebaza moloko wa buli nize sa Simon Puyanga Putaya.